Hi, and welcome to Alaskan in the Philippines, currently in Thailand. Today thought I'd address the question of whether I can make it here in Hua Hin or whether I want to be living here in Hua Hin. I retired back in this spring, and I moved to the Philippines in July. I spent 2 months there, and then things fell apart for me there, and I really had no reason to be there, and I just wanted to see something different and greener pastures and an easier life. The Philippines was still a hard life for me, or a boring life. I could sit around and sit indoors and I'd be bored, or go try to fight around town and deal with millions of people and stuff. But anyway, I got out of the Philippines and ended up here in Hua Hin, Thailand. I was trying to think of a place in Thailand where it wouldn't be so big, like Bangkok. I've been to Bangkok, and it was just a huge city, and I would just be lost there, and just traffic and horns and honking and bad air quality and bad water quality. I'm trying to get back to. I would love to get back to nature here in Thailand. I'm originally been from Alaska. I came from Alaska, and I had a nice clean living most of my life. It was clean water, clean air, and kind of live off the land a little bit, could garden and stuff. I would love to replicate that here in Thailand, to where even just grow some fruit in a small garden, have some chickens and maybe quail and a dog or a cat and a cow, pig. That'd be cool too. Horse, there's a lot of horses around here. I wouldn't mind getting a horse too. You'd probably pick one up pretty cheap, I think. But anyway, I ended up here in Hua Hin during the low season. I've been here 3 months now. I'm coming up on 3 months this weekend it'll be. So I kind of liked it. When I first got here, I was just floored. I was just amazed. I was walking around with my smile on my face. I couldn't wipe it off. And honestly, it still is. I'm still real happy. But that was low season. When I walked around, all the condos were empty. Everything was empty. There was hardly any people. I had everything you could walk around. It was nice. No crowds. I could walk through the mall. It was pretty nice. No crowds, no lines to wait in or anything like that. And they all told me it's low season. And they spoke fondly of high season. All the locals are like, yeah, high season's coming. We're going to make money then. It's going to be... And even this girl I'm hanging out with, she's busy, not much... or there wasn't much to do when I got there. She's telling me no customer today again, and waiting for high season. Then I'm really busy. She says she makes enough during high season to keep her through low season when it ain't so busy and she don't have customers. So I was waiting to see it, and man, it came on just like a light switch. I was surprised. It was about November, and all of a sudden more people started showing up, and then more and more, and then even in this building, I could walk into any condo, and I had the pick of the rooms. I could go in and get a room. Yesterday, my rent here will be up in end of this month, and I gotta get a new contract, and I barely was able to get these last 2 months through this place because they booked my room right out from underneath me. So there's a next door building that's the same building, just about built the same. The rooms are the same, and it's much cheaper. This place is $15,000. Actually, the place I was renting here was $13,000, but there's a room right next door, exact same room, same 33 square foot, for $10,000, and that's only $300. What I'm paying here is $420 with electricity and everything. It's about $440. So that's not, the electricity and water is real cheap. It's only like $15 and $6 for water and $15 for electric. So that's real cheap. Of course, I'm not using any aircon though. Or TV. So that's I'm not doing it on purpose. I just don't need either of them. So, but anyway, so I went and called next door to see about a room. I was just going to move over there after this month rents up and get the nice room for $10,000. And it comes with a month cleaning, and it's furnished with everything too. There's no cooking apparatus, and it's a mountain facing view. They said they have a ocean view or a mountain facing view. You hear the big buildings block the beach, but where I was on my other room, I could actually see the ocean from my patio. if I go out and look, there was a spot between the buildings, I could see the ocean, and you could see it right above them, sort of. So yeah, it was a nice view, and this will be a mountain view, which I had two of that side. I faced the mountain. I might be able to see no, I won't be able to see it. It's a mountain view, so it'll face that way. It'll be nice, city and the mountain, the hills, rock cliff kind of in the background. It's nice, not too far away either. I got to explore those more yet. I got to get up there. I haven't been there. But anyway, so I went over and talked to them, and they said, "Oh, sorry, sir, we're rented up, we're booked up." I was like, "Really?" She says, "Yeah, the first room available opening we'll have will be February 20th." And I'm like, "Wow, that's 2 months away." She says, "And if you want it, you better put a deposit on it now, because I expect in a few days that'll be gone too." I'm like, "Really?" So I'm thinking, wow. And I my contract here ends, so I got to go downstairs or see this lady again and see if they have a room for the next 2 months. And I got a sneaking suspicion they don't, because this place is booked up till February, and this place is a brand new place, but it still has their for rent sign out there. We'll see. So I'm probably gonna, if I do luck out and get another room, it'll be smaller and cramped, and it'll be paying like $13,000. So if I do that, I'll take right now for whatever I'm thinking. I'll just take whatever she got right now and stay the 2 months and book this and put a deposit on this other place, so that I can have this bigger place for only $10,000 a month. And they'll let me stay month to month, or give me a 6-month contract. And the 6-month contract is probably even cheaper than the $10,000. So I can live for $300 a month. That would really help, you know. I'm on a kind of a low Social Security, and I have a minimal amount of savings. Right now I'm spending, I figure it up, if I'm honest about everything I'm splurging on and things. I'm still eating out a lot in new places and checking out everything new yet. So I'm still bringing a girl around. She's costing me money. I'm hiring a cab and stuff. So I'm figuring I'm spending, if I'm honest, probably closer to $1,400 or $1,500 a month. My actual bills are probably only $1,000 a month, maybe, or 12, probably about 1,000, 1,100 maybe. Since I got this new room, it's a little more. So I'm still over 1,000 a little bit probably, and I'm got some mad money I'm using. And I would like to, and if I could get the rent down more, that would save me more mad money and balance my budget a little better. You know, I would like to stay under, I'd like to stay under 1,200 at least, for sure, with everything if I could. Or bump up my income. That's maybe my YouTube. Give me a like and subscribe so I get my YouTube monetized. That would help me with my mad money then too. I could explore around. But back to the topic of whether Hua Hin, I would like to live here. After seeing high season come on, it's gotten a little more crowded for me, more than I like. You know, I was from a rural area, and I really am kind of a antisocial. I like people and I like to talk to people and stuff, but I don't like to live with them, and I like to have my space away from other people, you know. Ideally, I'd like to have a house with a yard that was at the end of the lane and got a little surrounding woods in the background or jungle. That's kind of what I want. And then I can come to town in the busy and visit it, you know, and then I can always go back to my peace and quiet. Here it's pretty peaceful too. It ain't real noisy in this condo. There's a lot. I notice it's getting underneath the garage shop, the garage area here is getting filled up with motorbikes. So this place is packed up with people now too. So that's why I think they're probably in a place, because I'm seeing all the motorbikes here. It's got to be, there's a lot more people staying here than when I first moved in 3 months ago. Or 2 months, almost 3 months ago. So yeah. So this is getting kind of crowded, and when I go in the store, like in the mall, it's pretty packed, and it's half foreigners, mostly Europeans. I hear all European accents, not too many American style accent English at all, a lot of different foreign languages too. So I would say it's getting, I probably not the town's 50-50, but the stores get packed up. In this main Soy 94 area, it's packed up. I notice when I walk up there, the happy hour starts at about, I think, 4 o'clock. And when I walk up to start going to get something to eat around 5, walking through the Soy 94 bars, it's already rocking. They're hopping with a bunch of people already all the foreigners, Europeans are in there drink. I'm probably Americans and Canadians too, but I see a lot of French and different Europeans in there. They pack out them bars early at 5 o'clock because they have a happy hour. The beers are 60 baht. The expensive ones are 70 baht. I don't know what the prices are after that, but yeah, surprisingly, these past weeks or past few times I walked up Soi 94 at 5 o'clock, there was a lot of drinking going on, and the bars were already rolling. I walk right by it, of course. I haven't been in a bar in years, and I ain't gonna start. But anyway, so that's getting packed in the 7-Eleven and everywhere else. It's just getting more crowded with tourists. So it's actually a touristy town now. I see it is a tourist town. Thinking it was overbuilt when I first came was a wrong think. It was a wrong think because it was built up just for high season, and it ain't even built up enough probably. I might be surprised if I can't find a room. I'm gonna have to go somewhere, but I'm sure I'll find one. There's so many places here. If I have to, I'll go to Cham or something up the road where it's not as many people. And there's really good condos up there for cheap, like a couple $100 a month, I think. You can get really good deals there. Cham, that's out of the reason I kind of had to stay in a bigger city because I knew I had to get my hernia fixed and I wanted to be near a good hospital for that. But now I can actually move out and be more rural of an area in a cleaner beach, cleaner water, and a rural area, but still have if you're just shopping at street food anyway, I really don't need a mall. If I'm going to the mall to buy street food, or, I just need to shop and get things I need, my tea and stuff. So my shopping ain't so big. I can do that at a small mom and pop store anymore. If they got what I need, cook a little bit, and I want to get set up better for cooking. So I'm still finding myself here. I'm still deciding if I like it here. I do like it, actually. I've decided I do like it, but it's getting so crowded, I'm liking it less than I did when it was less crowded, if that makes sense. But anyway, low season's going to come again. I think I'm going to stick it out, of course, and I'm going to hang here in the Soi 94 area. I think I'm going to try to stay here if I can. It's good to have some foreigners around too. I get to talk to somebody once in a while. If I'm out in a rural area, I'll be a hermit for sure, which I'm good with too. I don't really need a bunch of people. A couple of good friends is all I really need, and I'll find those eventually. That seems to work itself out. So we'll see. I've moved into different cultures now. This is my third. Well, I was raised in a Caucasian culture until I was 20, moved into an Eskimo culture, and then when I was 20 and lived there, and then I've lived in the Philippine culture for a while. My brother was actually married to a Filipino, so I got to learn some cooking from her. I lived with him for a while in Anchorage. He was married to a Filipino, plus living in the Philippines and visiting it for 7 years. So I've actually known the Philippine culture. Now I'm immersing myself into the Thai culture as much as I can. So it keeps life interesting and always keeps you learning. I'm still trying to pick up Thai words and figure everything out. It's a whole different culture and everything's upside down and different for me. So it's a whole new learning experience. And it's neat. I like it. Doing something late in life so you just don't get stagnant doing the same thing like sitting in Alaska. I would have been stagnant doing the same thing. Check the net, chop the wood, go hunt, go fish, do what I'm done. I've already done it a million times. So all this new stuff's new and it's kind of cool. And I got this girl, she's showing me around and I get to look at things from a Thai's eyes. She's not trying to impress me. I'm not trying to impress her or nothing. And it's just a mutual friendship. And she's showing me things and she's trying to help me out with things. She's got some superstitions and stuff that are kind of cool. It's opening me up to new things. And I'm going to learn. And she actually lives out of town. She don't live here in Hua Hin either. She lives out of a 30-minute ride, she said. She told me the name, Chonberry maybe, or somewhere out here. But that sounds like another. This is all coastline going all the way up to Bangkok. So there's got to be some cool little towns that just have everything and the clean water and the good diving and snorkeling and a bunch of good expat community. So this Hua Hin city is pretty big for me. It's a good fit for just dropping in, and where I am dropped into Soi 94, everything is close to me, and it's a good place. If I'm to drop out of the sky, this is a great place to have a start. In fact, you guys might want to keep that in mind right here in Soy 94 area, not right on Soy 94, but the side streets off have small condos everywhere, you know, just everywhere. You have the pick of condos and food. But being in this area, you just walk across the tracks and it's a 15-minute walk to the beach. It's a 15-minute walk to the mall, which is also your grocery store. There's another 20-minute walk to another mall that has another huge grocery store. That also has the immigration. In between that mall and your Soy 94 is a hospital. If you go down from Soy 94, another 10, 15 minutes down is another hospital. So you're right in everything. Oh, and there's a bus stop in between. There's a train station in between. So you're really centrally located to do a bunch of stuff, or to be actually around where you can walk to everything. So in case you're the kind of guy that can't come here and jump into a car that has a steering wheel on the wrong side of the car and drive on the wrong side of the road, you might want to be walk around until you get used to it. Same with a bike. I notice everybody here, first they come and rent a bike. Nobody asks for a license. It's easy to rent. You just pay and you can get a bike. But you better know how to drive on the left side of the road, or you're going to end up at the hospital. That's the way I see it. So as I get to know more, get into a less populated area, I'll eventually probably buy me a motorcycle of some type. I'd like to have a four-wheeler like I have in Alaska. That's safe. You can't crash it or not. And everybody will get out of your way. They can hit you, no problem, you know. It'd be safer, but yeah, you don't see that here. I'll probably get something sooner or later. But so far, I think I'm going to stay here for now. It sure ticks a lot of boxes for me. The crowd thing has kind of turned me off a little bit, but I still love it here, and everything's so easy to access. I would be stupid to move farther out into the city. So I'm farther out into the country at this point. I'll need to get transportation figured out. For now, I'm just using Grab, and that's pretty easy and pretty cheap. But yeah, there's taxis and stuff. There's a lot of the Grab bikes around. You can just jump on a Grab taxi motorcycle and they'll drive you in. It's only 50 baht. That's $1.50. And then the other Grab car to go kind of hospital area, which is a few miles, cost me about $3. So it's pretty reasonable, but a motorbike would be much more cheap, cost effective, and I should probably do that if I get out of town any. But anyway, so I'm going to stay here and stick it out through the high season. We'll see how that turns out. It's going to get pretty crowded here. I can see around Christmas, I think will be the peak, and it's probably going to be pretty busy, but I'm off on a side street. It don't bother me unless I go visit it. So I'm still in good shape. Have a smile on my face. I'm enjoying myself. I get to go out and breathe clean air and walk on a clean beach with fairly clean water. So I'm happy for now, and I'll keep moving on up like the Jeffersons whenever I can. I'll move on up to something that fits my lifestyle even better. So, well, this is getting a little long. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.